the live show at the garage where we talk about tuning, performance cars, everything that has to do with making horsepower. And apparently there's no audio. Is anybody okay? I got that. Anybody else say that I ain't got no audio? Yeah, okay. The week after week, this is just the biggest kick in the balls. Trying to figure out the audio issues. I mean, it's just everything. It's everything. Clutching out. What does that even mean? Now we've got lag. Yeah. And echo. No more echo, right? Echo gone? Still have echo. Do we still have echo? Gentlemen, start your engines. Oh, God. Yep, no, yep, it's gone. We're good. So I've got people saying we still have echo. I got people saying it's good. Can we get a consensus? Do I need to throw a vote out here? Okay. So no echo. Okay. Sorry about that. Well, the worst thing about it is I'm going to do it right now. You guys can't see it. I'm saving this as the live presentation variation of what we are doing. Don't do, well, part of it might be this here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's start over now. It's 8:05. We're 5 minutes late, but welcome back, everybody, to the garage. It is Thursday night, which means it is time for the number one tuning, performance, live stream, slash podcast now on the internet where we talk about tuning. I know. And there's a lot of new faces in here, and I can't even be able to get through all these new faces. Let's try. We've got Michael J, Bruce Squires, good to see you again. Geo, Scuba Sam, Exempt, Jeff H, Straight Dumb as usual. Exactly. Straight Dumb, I owe you an apology because you were right. Brandon P, One Fast Days Back, Dennis Brule, Chris N, Jeff H, Jeremy Gardner, Geo, I Hogue, and Hillary, good to see you. Nine My Cool, and John. Sunday. You may pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge. Okay, so the sad thing is this week we had no new patrons. It's the end of the month, though, so I'm not that surprised. Not the end of the world. I don't know that there's that much. In fact, I have not put a video out since I believe last Sunday, and I apologize for that. Life threw me a couple curveballs this week. In fact, my dad came to visit and take me to lunch Wednesday whenever I planned on shooting a video. And that's normally not a big ordeal, except for my dad lives in Oklahoma and I live in Pennsylvania. So that's a little bit odd. Yeah, he did show up Wednesday out of the blue yesterday to take me. Brandon, what's your 8-year-old's name? I will give him a shout out. Exempt says, can I tune my truck without my MAF for now? I don't have an intake tube for it to sit in yet. I mean, you can do speed density tuning by all means. Yeah, everybody is out for Halloween tonight, John, yet we're already up to 36. Speaking of which, hey, Trey. Good to see you on the live stream. Speaking of which, we do have a drawing. We're going to try this out. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to launch this giveaway. See if it does what it's supposed to do. There is 30 minutes. It should pop some stuff up in here into the live stream. If it does not work, we'll figure something else out. But it should work. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This is something new. Nick, we're not hitting 80 tonight. It's Halloween. So. I'm trying to do this new drawing stuff, but I don't know if it's working because I can't see anything new. I hope it works. I don't think it's working though. This makes me unhappy because it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Here, let me try this. Let me try this. I think I've got something set up. Bear with me, people. Bear with me here. And we'll see if we cannot make something happen here. Because I've got to figure out a new way of giving stuff away, because I want to start giving things away on the live stream. That's what it all boils down to. And so I need a platform in which to do this thing. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't seem to be working, which is blowing my mind here. I got to kind of shuffle around. There's so much stuff that happens in the background that you guys don't get to see, which you don't want to see. Is kind of gross. I mean, it's just a bunch of random screens that I have to have running over everywhere. And I can't keep track of everything. I need like 6 more monitors. Nick D, your knock is not from injector timing. We'll talk about that later. This is not a platform to be talking about injector timing. Your knock is very minute. Darth, eventually, yeah, maybe we will do a wideband giveaway. But it's not showing up. Are you guys seeing anything that says anything about entering the drawing? Because I don't think it is. You are right. Well, this is bumming me out. Let's see if we can do a new one here. We'll add a giveaway. And then we'll get to the tuning. One way or another, this is going to work. If it doesn't work, we'll just get away from it. And I will just do something random and we'll figure out a way. Okay, yeah, I know. It's not working. Okay, so I'll tell you what. We'll make this easy. Everybody that is watching this, you should be able to go down to the comment section of this video, post a comment. Just one comment, go down, post a comment down below in the comment section of this video. And then here in, say, 15, 20 minutes, I will do a random comment, pick whatever, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about. And we will pick one random comment from there as the winner. Jeff, chat's always so far behind on the YouTube chat. It's even whenever you try to put it to live, it does that. But we'll figure something out here. That way we can get everybody's. We got 44 people in here. Let's see if anybody's paying attention to what I'm saying. No comments yet. So there you go. Go to the comment section. Post your comments there. Okay. Are you serious exempt? I can hit the comment section. How are you not able to? Hold on. Let's try this. I fooled you again. Yes. I'm totally pulling all of your legs. What's going on, Blue Fox? What happens if you go to that link? Is there a comment section there? You gotta scroll down to the bottom. Underneath the chat, underneath the links. Keep going down. Okay. Okay. I can see the comments. Well, damn it. How are we going to do this? This is bunk. Sorry, guys. No, it's not April Fool's Days. I'm just trying to hook you guys up with something that's not working, and it bums me out. I mean, and I don't want to spend all night trying to figure out how to give you guys a chance of winning something. I pay. I pay. Yeah, Gio, you're probably right. We probably should just reschedule for next week, and then maybe I can just do bonus stuff there. Yeah, well, normally you should be able to see the comments down below the chat. I'm trying to figure out, well, I can't figure out why this is not working properly. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Here we go. Tell you what. No, don't report. I will. Here's what we'll do. After the stream is over, if you're in here right now, go down to the comments after the stream. Throw a comment on this stream, and I will do a drawing before next Thursday. Somebody will win something. How's that sound? That's easy enough, right, guys? So let's get into it. Let me open up the chat window again here, and I will work on trying to figure out why in the hell this did not work. Yeah, John, I know that, and I'm using what they use, but for some reason it's not working. It works in other ways. It's what does the burnouts and stuff like that. But for some reason that thing is not doing what it's supposed to do. And I don't, obviously don't have times to jack around with it tonight. So let's get into it. We're wasting time. Let's get to the question. So, Brother Brown says, I've got intake precision fuel pump E16 1400 or E16 400 for my stock 5.3. It's a 60 psi at 33 gallons per hour, 3/8 inlet, 560. Will this be significant enough with no? Should be, brother. That's a lot. 33 gallons per hour. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I should have tested this out before we got into it. It's a bummer. I love giving back to you guys. I give back to the patrons a lot and do a lot of drawings on the Patreon. It's a little bit stickier trying to do drawings on YouTube because they have a lot more restrictions on how we handle this kind of stuff. And so we will figure something out. What else we got going? I am off tomorrow, so I am actually enjoying a libation. Straight dumb. Speaking of which, you were right. I was not able to get the boost controller to work with a blow-off valve. It will require a wastegate. So, oh yeah, that one. Hillary, the 1 to 100 number is what I do for the Patreons to give those winners, but it's a little bit harder for me to go back and find the numbers on this. So it's just easier if everybody posts in the comments after this is done, and then I'll use a random comment generator and reach out to the winner. So you got until like Sunday. Get on here until Sunday. Post in the comments after the stream's over, and I will pick a winner. And we'll do one of the new garage koozies with the ABT always be tuning. Oh, Nick, thank you, brother. That is a big smoky burnout, brother. We'll do Some of the Goat Rope Garage decals. Tuned by me. Maybe one of the koozies or the one of the coasters. We will do a merch pack. Yeah, Exempt, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we're always looking for ways of testing new theories out. Oh, Colton, we're talking about it, and I'll talk about it here at the end of it. We were trying to do a drawing tonight, and it did not work. The software that was supposed to do the drawing just kind of shit the bed. So, basically, just stick around. We'll talk about it before it's over. What do you think about using high gear as a load to tune wide open throttle? 9 mic cool. That is a great way of doing it. If you can get around, if you are in a manual transmission or if you're in an automatic that will not downshift, whenever you are doing your wide open throttle tuning, the best way of doing it is to put it in the highest gear at a low speed and just lace into that, because you are going to hit specifically. I mean, it works on mass airflow one way, but on volumetric efficiency is a great way of hitting those cells. Project NK tuning, no, dyno is great for load, but we're not talking about, everybody like to do it safer, but that's not realistic. We don't all have access to a dyno for our tuning, so we have to figure out different ways to adjust the load whenever we do tuning. And honestly, street tuning replicates how we actually drive a lot better than a dyno. People that use dyno load for tuning don't use dyno load properly for tuning 9 out of 10 times. Geo, I don't know if your comments are working or not. Exempt, we don't do Facebook around here. Zero Factor X asks, if I add more boost while I hit lower cells at higher KPA and lower RPM, will you hit lower cells? I mean, it depends on how your graph is laid out. You're going to hit higher pressure cells at lower RPM. Yes. Oh, Sullivan, thank you, sir. Man, we are just ripping smoky burnouts right off the bat tonight on a spooky Halloween. Should have worn a costume, right? Are you guys hearing the burnout sound? Did I add the burnout sound? Is that working properly? I tried to add a What's up, Josh? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I tried to add burnout sounds to it to make things, I tried to change things up, make them a little bit interesting. Let's see here. Danderson GM, while idly my AFR won't hit 14.7, my fuel trims are within 3%. I've dialed in MAF and VE. Danderson, if you're within 3%, are you talking about being within 3% without having long-term fuel trim or your O2, your narrow bands turned back on? Because, 3% is good as far as that goes. Ryan, good to hear it, man. So that worked out for you. Ryan was talking about he turned off the DSEO and retarded timing on high vac, like we talked about last weekend, and he is shooting flames out because he has no cats. So, yeah, Scuba Sam, exactly. Closest dyno is over 3 hours and 4,000 feet of altitude. So, man, so the audio is not working on the smoky burnouts either. So, I got a lot of stuff going on. So, Geo, your truck was pushing through the brakes, RPM hanging at 2,500 RPMs. So the RPM hanging at 20. Hold on a second, Geo. Let me double check. Let me look at what we've got going on with your tune, because it's been a day or two since I've looked at your tune. We can figure out. Hey Nick, you should probably try it again, see if you get more. You won't, so don't. We were talking about geo pushing through the brakes, RPM hanging on. That generally has to do with your airflow model on idle or your spark model. If you were to look at your spark advance on idle spark in drive, make sure that you're not pushing too much spark through. I mean, there's a couple different things. You can also look at NB. Well, fourth gen's not that big of an ordeal. I'm trying to think. It's easier to do on fifth gens. That's one of the few things that's easier to do on fifth gens because you can put a negative torque value in around idle that will keep you from pushing through your throttle. But there's somewhere on here I want to say that you can do the same thing, but I'm not sure where it's at, Gio. We might have to sit down and go through it on that. Hey, Dirt Floor. I was wondering if you're showing up tonight, brother. Didn't know if you were out handing out candy. Danderson says that you're up at 13 or 15.3 to 15.5 after you reset the LTFTs. I mean, Danderson, we got have a lot more information out there to figure out what's going on. Hey, Project Inky Tune, you can disagree with me all that you want. You may have a dyno. I mean, there's 47 people in here, and so that means that there's 46 people in here that don't have a dyno. So, you know, you're talking about if you were to look at the fact that there's about 6,000 subscribers on this channel, and out of the 6,000 subscribers on this channel, there's maybe 10 people that have easy access to a dyno to actually do dyno tuning. It doesn't matter. Like, you're talking about something that doesn't apply to the majority. So while I'm not, you don't disagree with me. I agree with you that the dyno tuning with a loaded dyno is the way to go. That's not the way that people can actually do it. So, like, I mean, if we had 49 out of 49 people that had a dyno in here, we wouldn't be talking about how to tune things properly on the road. And E-Rock that's true too. But I mean, he is correct in saying that you should be able to, as far as volumetric efficiency goes, you should be able to hit every cell of load and get that thing dialed in properly. Yes, Geo, and it wasn't even Cracker wasn't even popping up on here because I guess that is, you know, racial stuff, whatever. Well, yeah, Dennis, you can hit every cell on the street that you need to hit. That's the thing. You can hit cells on a dyno that you don't need to hit, that you will never be able to hit on the street because you can change the load properly on a dyno. Hey, Atomic, welcome back, brother. Danderson, listen to Josh Meyer on this one. Make sure you have zero exhaust leaks. That would make your wideband read a little bit lean. That is generally what we see in situations like that. You know, you think that you have everything perfect on that, and if possible, move your wideband up to one of the factory ones, and then, you know, move your narrow band down to the wideband. No, Project NK, I'm not dismissing dyno tuning. I am dismissing the guys that tune on dynos, that put a car on a dyno, pull 3 rips, and then take it off a dyno. And there will be a long video talking about dynamic airflow that gets real in-depth as to why you need to tune volumetric efficiency to have a properly tuned vehicle. And the guys that are doing dyno tunes that can get your car on and off a dyno are not doing that, because you just can't do that in an hour, even on a dyno that you can adjust the load. It is just not theoretically possible. So it is more about the fact that the majority of people that are doing dyno tunes out there are screwing their customers over. They're charging way too much for a service that is not a complete service to make their car run properly. Yeah, Nick, your guy is one of them. Yeah, it happened. No, I hear it from 2 or 3 guys a week where they've gone out and they've paid $600, $700, $800, $900, maybe $1,000 for a dyno tune, and the guy's pulled the car on the dyno. He's made 3 rips on it. He's adjusted the math on it, and then he has turned the dynamic airflow down to maybe 2,000. But the thing about it is, when it comes to dynamic airflow is the final fueling command that actually determines, because that's where all of your airflow calculations come together. So you have mass airflow, manifold air pressure, IATs, ECTs, barometric pressure, all that stuff comes together, gets jammed down into dynamic airflow. Does not matter if you have everything disabled. You could disable everything except for one thing. Dynamic airflow is the last thing that makes the airflow calculation for how much fuel is delivered into the vehicle. And then that is what determines your AFRs. The problem with that, though, is that mass airflow is, as great as it is and as easy as it is to tune, is not good for transition fueling. So whenever we go back and we dig into how transition fueling works, you've got steady state, transition, idle, and wide open throttle. Wide open throttle is basically a separate state of steady state fueling, in which mass airflow works really well for that, because whenever you're in wide open throttle, it doesn't matter. The airflow is not having a bunch of transitions in which there is a lot of airflow change. You are just increasing airflow as you are in wide open throttle. And because of that, the mass airflow sensor works well because it is a steady state. Transition is whenever you're at 1200 RPMs and you just lace into it real hard. Well, the thing about volumetric efficiency is you might be in this cell, but it is calculating that these are the cells that you are quite possibly going to be stepping into next based on throttle checks. And the manifold air pressure sensor responds real quick. So whenever you're on this one, as soon as you blip that throttle, it says, okay, we're going down here. We can correct the fuel for that. Ignore the math right now as we make these corrections. And so a lot of times you'll see guys go out there, get these $1,000 mass airflow sensor tunes, and then whenever they wick on their car from a stop, they run lean, and they end up burning a hole in their piston because volumetric efficiency was not dialed in. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind out there, but there is a reason why GM runs mass airflow and volumetric efficiency both. And there's a reason why GM has one of the most responsive electronic controlled throttles out there. Frank Sotomayor says, I'm pulling my hair VVE table in the idle to 1200. It's lean 1.09-ish. And after calculating, it comes back the same, but in the upper cells, it's getting filled in good, like 0.99, 0.97. Frank, I mean, are you talking about after you flash it? Are these one of these situations where you're being screwed over by the injector tip temp? Are you getting the rich after reflash? I mean, technically, no, you're getting lean. That's a hard one, Frank. I've been trying to help you out on your Gen 4 E38, but I don't know. You might be having zone issues, Frank. And I think I talked about that with you earlier. You don't need me to be smooth. As long as my audio is good, right? Yes, 9 mic cool. That is the issue. Oh, therefore, you're already getting snow, brother. The season is over. Sorry, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on tonight, guys. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I got too much crap opened up in the background, and my computer is just like trying to die. It is up. Everything is running full bore. What the hell? Eh, sorry. Yeah, well, that's exactly right. E-Rock knows what's going on. What do you mean, John? What did I miss? What were you talking about earlier? Did you say something during my rant? Yeah, I know, Brandon. I need a dedicated office setup. I am using my tuning PC right now. Normally it works decent, but I've got a lot of windows going on. Let me see if I close some of these windows out if it helps. I've not had this much of an issue. Blue Flux, you had tornadoes. I've not been paying much attention. Though I do like Straight Dumb up there saying HP Tuners promotes the tunas. Says it's not live tuning and copy paste is easy. You mean, Straight Dumb, you mean that I can't pay for this software and it was just going to automatically tune my vehicle for me? Oh, interesting. Well, John, I mean, head gaskets are cheap in the greater picture of things, right? I'm not sure why we're about to kill my PC over here. Let me double check. Make sure everything's looking all right. I mean, we're on high performance. Let me put it on full blast here. What happens if I do that? My nine my cool. I can't even talk. What is the way to tune with high altitude, especially with aftermarket ECU? I mean, should I be at different altitude to tune it properly? No. I mean, 9 my cool. It depends a lot on what aftermarket ECU that you're using, but a lot of them have the proper uh, ancillary sensors involved that will, exactly as John says, your sensor should correct for altitude automatically. Nick, if it were that easy, I would just shut down the background. E-Rock, care to elaborate why there's so many plug-in diesel tuners versus gas? Yeah, it's pretty straightforward on that one, E-Rock. It's because on those you can basically just adjust the wastegate duty cycle and create more boost, which in turn creates a ton more power. And then they just adjust the injector duty cycle also. They bust that one up to dump in a lot more diesel. They're pretty straightforward. There's not a lot involved on diesels because of the way that the diesels operate without having spark plugs. Timing is based more on fuel injection timing. Bingo. So it's literally just fuel and boost. And we need to dive into EFI Live on the LS platforms. That's going to be happening here soon. Just to look at, is there any benefits to that versus, I know the majority of people that have come to this channel have come to this channel because of HP tuners. But that does not mean that we don't need to do our due diligence and see what the competition is doing, or if there's any benefit to running something like EFI Live. I really wish why my computer was trying to kill itself tonight.
I don't know that one.
That one's not the one I was talking about. Tell you what, I'm going to shut some more stuff down here. We're going to see what we can do. I'm not sure. I mean, that's the thing is with EFI Live, I'm trying to. I have not used EFI Live in years, years and years and years, and so I want to get back into it and see what all is going on. Scuba Salmon says, under speed density, there is a temperature general base temp and it's set at 68 degrees. That is if you have a failed IAT. So don't worry about that, Scuba Sam. Nick, I've not really looked at it. I need to, though. Hey, 325, go give out candy. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Geo, there is a crank airflow map, and that's what does it. And then it only lasts for so many seconds, then it kicks over to the idle airflow. Well, and that's the kind of questions that it would be nice to answer on here, Ebrock. To be honest with you, you know, that's kind of where we're at, where it's like, this is still just really make me unhappy. I know none of you care. Leave it as it is, Gio. I swear my computer sounds like it's about to melt down over here. Nine Mike Cool, different altitude changes AFR, or does it affect ignition timing? No, it doesn't change AFR. It changes the actual mass of your air. Should not really change your ignition timing. Oh, that's good to know, Project King K. He says early LS on EFI Live are free to tune without additional license per vehicle. Do you have to, NK, do you have to license that platform initially to do it? Then after that, it's good to go? Nick, if you swap Nog Sisters and still get 1 degree of retard, we will troubleshoot something else. Hey, Burley, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Always enjoy seeing you in here, man. Yeah, well, yeah, if you're an MPVI2, Nick, your credit should work for Ford and Dodge. All credits on the MPVI2 are are universal. Yeah, I know, Red X-Ray. I apologize, man. I think it's like it's smoothing out. I saw 81% there, so maybe things aren't totally worthless tonight. Maybe I can make it up to you guys this weekend and we can do an impromptu and I can figure some of this crap out. What's the stream license, Project NK? Brandon, you say it's better. I need details. I need information. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, as I said, we're at 89% now. You're talking about the stream. Who cares about the stream? You guys don't need to see me well. I know you guys love my beautiful face and my big red pimple on my nose. I know, Hillary. You will be able to after. Hey, Rob, welcome back. We will have after the channel after we close this down. We've only got about 15 minutes left. We will open up the comments. I thought you guys could hit the comments beforehand. Like it's this has just been an utter failure, and I'm hating myself because of it. No audio. Don't mess with me, man. Fast Daddy, seriously? Ryan Kelly says, so when you get your own shows, you're just going to stay on the YouTube? It depends, Ryan. It depends on what channel I get my own show on. I mean, because basically, I mean, what do you mean no audio? Geo's not getting audio either? Can you guys hear me? Okay. So it's only specific people that can't hear me. Okay. Going back to Ryan Kelly's question, yes, whenever I get my own show with Dirt Floor, mind you, because I'm going to make him do all the wrench work for me. And I'm going to be the handsome guy in the background. Yes, on the Food Network. Exactly, Rob. Bingo, John. You know, Saturday morning Power Block TV, Goat Rope Garage. Call your cable providers and request the Goat Rope Garage on Saturday morning Power Block TV. And we're going to do a performance. We're going to do a performance video series where we go out and you get it. Exactly, Geo. You get it. Check underneath your seats. Everybody gets a tune. Well, you know, the thing about it is easy, Michael. Easy. We'll have to have a bigger beer stipend than the those guys down in Dallas, the Gas Monkey guys. Adam says, "Yo, what's the highest wheel horsepower levels you've helped assist with tuning? As far as Patreon members go, any quarter mile ET results as well." Adam, there is a couple guys that I've helped that are exceeding 1,000 horsepower, right around the 1,000 horsepower. Well, no, Red X-Ray is more about getting one of the girls from the all girls garage to come over and help, because those guys are guys. I still say guys, not to say guys, but those mechanics are awesome. Yes, Nick. 80 degrees of timing is the next tick. We're basically going to start. No, Harry, you cannot say that. We're going to basically start cranking up your timing until we actually see real knock. Jeff, I already do that. I can break vehicles on my own right. Happy Halloween, by the way, everybody. Since we're basically, hey, PCM Cobra, we're basically talking a bunch of BS tonight. Not a whole lot of information. My computer keeps on locking up. I will work on correcting this. Yeah, I know, Jay. I know, Rob. I miss Jessie also. She was awesome. And just a great ambassador to the car world as a whole. So, Jessica Combs, somebody that everybody can aspire to. So, big bummer out there. Welcome back, Jay. Welcome back, Josh. Hey, you were here earlier. Smith Tooney says, can you get your hands on an Innovate LM2 wideband? They are such a pain to set up to work correctly. It jumps all over the place. I mean, I probably could, Smith. There's a lot of things that need to have money spent on before I buy another wideband setup, though. D&Z is asking about a transmission from an 18 to 12 Dodge Ram Cummins, which is way outside of my wheelhouse. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. John, if you want to do that one, brother, I'll let you set it up. I'll find a prize for the winner. Probably is not going to be at a value that is worth sending the rod through their hood, but I would love to watch it. Make good. It would make good material for the channel. 92 LSC replaced the sensor. Good. Been fine ever since. He was talking about on his Innovates. There has been a weird thing about Innovates sensors, wide bands having issues out there. They've kind of recently gotten a bad name, bad reputation for having issues with their wideband sensors. But that all being said, it's good to see that 92 LSC kit. I really liked Innovate back in the day, but I have not ran an Innovate in years, to be honest with you guys. No, they're a wideband company. They may have a. Do they have a knockbox? .28 degrees of timing on 25 psi. Jay, I really want to run that DLG2 setup. I like that a lot. I do, because that's the one that has the narrow band outputs also, right? Yeah, you know, you guys are right. Nick and Geo, AEMs work good. John, have you ever tuned to 97 and 99 5.7? It's been a while. I mean, I've helped some guys recently on those, but there's gains to be made on everything. You got to remember that the factory tune is always very conservative. Just expect 15 on the factory tune. 15 plus. Yeah, Smith, the ones that go to the Innovate handhelds, they always kind of wig me out because it seems like they're doing some data logging processing on the signal before they do the output on it. You are right, Frank. PB Blaster did work on the chair. Nobody has made a lot of noise about the noise my chair was making. So I'm glad I got that part fixed out. We actually hit 50 tonight. Glad to see everybody showing up. I know this it's Halloween. Everybody's busy tonight. It's about time to wrap it up so you guys can give out candy anymore. John, how much are they selling it for? Ryan Kelly, how to tune the PE at times get down to 0.75 lambda. That's pretty rich, depending on what you're doing. So let's look at it from this. Nick, don't even mess with me, man. I ain't got time for your BS. Ryan, yeah. Yeah, well, 0.85 is pretty good. On a DI motor that is running boost. DI on a boost 0.85 Port injection on boost 0.8, port injection on naturally aspirated 0.85, direct injected naturally aspirated 0.9. John, $200 might be a pretty good steal. JR, tell your daughter happy birthday. Yeah, straight down. I'll do a wastegate. It will work. I know for a fact it will work on a wastegate because you can divert boost pressure to the bottom side of the diaphragm on the wastegate, and that's what will allow it to work on that. Well, Adam says, are the 1,000 horsepower guys just guessing or get dyno results afterwards? They do both. You can get estimates that are very close based on the capability of the engine, especially on Gen 4, Gen 5 stuff, where we know some of the torque calculations, if you have the airflow calculations proper, they are fairly close. They're not 100% accurate, but they're within a percent of error. But at the same time, I can make a 600 horsepower car read 1,000 horsepower through the scanner, no problem. Yeah, Ryan Kelly, Gen 3 5.3 on an NA. 0.85 would be about as rich as he probably needs to go. Put it at 0.85, see what is going on. See if he's getting any knock. I mean, that's where it kind of boils down to. There you go. Nick D just threw out Smoky Burnout for Olivia's birthday. Happy birthday, Olivia. Hey, Josh. Better late than never. We're just wrapping it up. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you know mile per hour in the eighth or quarter and you know weight, you can calculate horsepower. 92 LSC Kid, what is the best way to set up two separate widebands on different vehicles? I'm not sure I quite understand what you're asking. Hey, Sean, what's going on, man? Yeah, we figured there'd be some people late tonight because of trick or treating, but it's good that you bumped in before we dropped out. Yeah, Adam, I saw that article on the new stock bottom MLS world record. That was, what is that guy running low sevens on that thing? But he wasn't running that much boost on it. Well, John, there's that other one, Jorge, that's got his channel with his 2019 Camaro. He ran it, the new dyno thing. You put it on your dash or whatever, and it tells you all that stuff. Nick, why did I end up dishing the turbo and running the supercharger on the truck? Because the turbo kept on leaking. I got pissed off about it. Oh, yeah, 92 LSC, you're going to have to... Are you running both of them on serial? Or are you running one of them and analog, both of them in analog? I mean, that's a lot of stuff going on. What's going on, Black Betty? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, Jorge. Look up, what's his name? Jorge 66 or whatever. I can find his stuff. Let me see the quickest way to get to his stuff. Jorge's vlog. Okay. Here we go. What the world? Sorry, guys. I'm bouncing around here. Oh, speaking of which, where's Dirt Floor at? Dirt Floor, let's where you at? 9:54. I don't know how many people in here have not already subscribed. The link that I just posted there, you need to go there and subscribe to that if you have not already. Yeah, Sean, I'm here for you, brother. I'm off tomorrow, so just email me. Yeah, Ross, I was thinking of the Draggy. I want to check that thing out. I think it'd be cool. Seems like Jorge had some pretty good results because he went to the track and then compared his results to the he compared his slips to the Draggy at the track. Had pretty good results. Keep on spamming this. Yeah. If you have not subbed to Dirt Floor Fab, please, 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 please go over and sub to his channel. You can also find it if you go to my channel. It'll be on the right hand side as a friend of the garage. So make sure and check that out. Some interesting stuff. I like following Dirt Floor's work. Ross, you do have a dragon. You like it. Okay. I've got so much crap I need to buy, so it's just one of those things. It's like add it to the list. Okay. It is 9 o'clock. But I tell you what. Real quick, once again, if you were in here, I'm going to shut this thing down. After I shut this down, go down into the comments of this video after the fact, post a comment, let's say whatever you want, doesn't matter. Post any comment whatsoever to this video in particular, the live stream, and Saturday or Sunday, I will do a random comment generator. I will pick a winner. And I will send out, I may even pick out 2 winners. And I will send out a little merch pack. And then I will work on figuring out how we can do a better drawing in the future. Yes. Dirt Floor is real good about dragging oil pans. Ooh, 55. Which tri 5 are you rocking, Dirt Floor? Is your 55 a 210 two-door? So, as I said, make sure and hit up the comments. We will pick a couple winners. We will send some stuff out, some decals, stuff like that. And then I have some stuff on the way for future giveaways, and I will figure it out. Yeah, that's a good idea, Scuba Sam. The key word, I tell you what, I want you to put your favorite car down in the description. Doesn't matter. Favorite car. It could be a 96 Honda. Could be a 55 210. Could be a 67 GTO. Put your favorite car down in the description. Or down in the comments after we shut this thing off. There's 53 people in here. There's 53 people that have the opportunity to win a merch pack. And I'll give 2 away. I may even do 3. Might feel generous this weekend, give some stuff away. So once we shut this thing down here in the next couple minutes, go down to the comments for this video. Put your favorite vehicle down in there. I'll roll some random comments. If it's a comment that does not involve what their favorite car is, I'm going to throw it out. If it has their favorite car in there, and it is a 1989 Honda, what's those little mopeds that they used to have? You can win with that. Does not matter. So that being said, if there's anybody in here, which I'm guessing there's not, that has not already subscribed to this channel, make sure and subscribe to it. If you have not subscribed to the channel I just linked, Dirt Floor is there. Make sure and jump over there. He is so close to 1,000. We need to push him over the 1,000 barrier finally. And then keep your eyes peeled. There's going to be some new content coming out this weekend, which we dive deeper into dynamic airflow. And this is information that everybody that wants to be a home tuner needs to know. So make sure and keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of that, next Thursday, we will be shooting for the new record of breaking 80 people on the live show. I appreciate everybody who has spent time on their Halloween to come out here and join us as usual. We had a pretty good turnout, a lot better than I thought, but you guys never cease to blow my mind. Everybody's so awesome on here. So I appreciate all of it. You know the rest. ABT. Always be tuning. Have a great weekend. If you're a patron, make sure I will be throwing out a video tomorrow. Wink, wink, wink. We're going to go grab some beer tomorrow, patrons. If you're not a patron, check out the link down below. Other than that, ABT. Everybody have a great night.